So we're back where it all started in Sparta. And we're gonna tell Marini what happened in the battle. Oh, is this a restricted area? Boom! That's sick! Damn.
Off we go now. Yeah.
Let's take my helmet off. Cleon is dead. Demos, who knows? Took an arrow in the back, but maybe he lived. And the only person left in the Cult of Kosmos left alive is the ghost of the Cosmos themselves, who I suspect is Aspasia. Seriously? It's pretty foggy up in these hills. I've never been up here. It looks pretty though. Nice yellow wildflowers. Some red and purple. Some pink. A nice little forest up here. Oh. What's Marini doing here? Is she in pain? No, she's fine.
My lamb, you've been gone so long.
Brasidas is dead.
No.
Demos killed him in battle.
And what of my son?
He might be dead. He might be alive.
Cleon fired an arrow into Demos's back. Wound didn't look fatal. He could still be alive.
Malakas, Cleon. I'll kill him with my bare hands.
I already
It's done,
did.
Mater. I already sent that snake to the sticks.
My family. You're all I have left.
Mater, there's something I need to do. I need to go to Mount Taygetos, where it all began. My whole life has been spent fighting and running. Running from my past, fighting to forget. I can't do this anymore.
My heart was shattered on that mountain.
I need to put that night behind me, once and for all.
I'm coming with you.
And she is bolting it there. Is this it right up here? Demos is here?
This is where everything changed. It's like I never left.
What the? You gonna try to kill me?
Alexios!
On the edge of the world, a mother calls out to her child. Touching.
Alexios. Please.
You use that name as if it means something to me.
It's the name your father and I gave you.
Was that before or after you brought me to this mountain to die?
It was the cult! I tried to save you! I did everything! The priest told me you were dead!
And they told me you abandoned your son!
Alexios, come to me. We are your family. We can go home.
Family? Home? My sword is my family. The battlefield is my home.
I told you, Mater. He's beyond reason.
Beyond reason? Is that what you told Mother? Why didn't you tell her the truth?
And what truth is that?
That I'm the chosen one. I'm the one with a destiny. I will bring order to this world.
Is that what they told you?
You're nothing but a mercenary with a broken spear.
The cult controls your destiny, but you don't need them. Together, we can destroy them and bring peace back to this world.
I don't know that he cares for peace.
And what under Helios would you do with yourself if there was peace? Milk the goats? Look at you! Almighty Mystios. You profit from this war as much as I do. You don't want peace. You just don't want to deal with me.
What I want, what I have always wanted, is my family.
When I was little, I found a lion cub trapped in a snare. My friend tried to free it. That's when I heard the deadly growl of its mother. I watched as the lioness tore my friend to bloody shreds. Even in the world of beasts, a family protects its young!
I loved you! I still love you.
The one you love is dead. My destiny is clear. And I won't let you get in my way.
Alexios, listen to me. You are my brother. I tried to protect you once, and I failed. I will not fail again.
What's happening now?
This belonged to our grandfather.
I've done terrible things.
We all have, Alexios. I know.
Kassandra!
Wait. Thank you.
That's the end. That was a pretty good one. I got the last clue for the ghost. I think that was like the ending of the main storyline, right? The ghost is a liar. Aspasia, please
You've
be
seen it
Aspasia.
yourself. The future belongs to us.
I called it,
All gods
motherfucker!
and Anu be praised.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's not like good, but you know, I like being right. Wait, so it's not over, right? Homecoming. Enter your childhood home. Enter the Cult of Kosmos lair. I don't like the eating sounds. I don't think they do either.
What?
You eat like a wild animal.
Well, you are at a table.
Tough crowd.
Well, that wasn't so bad, was it?
It'll never be the same. I thought it could, but it'll take some work.
It's impossible to see through the gods' eyes. They have a plan, you know. If we could, then we'd know just what to do.
Someone's kept their eye on me.
You're special. Look at the life they've blessed you with. Not so bad, if you think of it all.
That's optimistic, considering.
Just remember, no matter who surrounds you, I'll be there. And the others are waiting for us on the ship.
Right behind you.
Imagine if one of us had died. That would have been rough. Odyssey's End. Yeah, so that's the... Yup, that's the end. It's always a little awkward though when there's no like credit rolling end though. I like that closure that when the credits roll. Now it's just kind of like, hey, it's over. They did kind of a similar thing in Assassin's Creed Origins. I have to say though, I did really enjoy this game. But I think they could have done a better job. But I really enjoyed it. But there were just aspects where it was lacking. I don't know, it feels like a very hot and cold game where, well, not even hot and cold, it's just like, it's like a very B tier game. It's like, dang, it's like a B plus game. It's like, you know, you were very close to being an A in every category, but somehow you managed to do something wrong in every category to just bump it down a notch, you know? And it's like, it doesn't leave me feeling like, oh, what a disappointing game, it could have been so much more. It's because that's like when it's like a average experience. I would still say this is an above average game, definitely. It's not in like an upper echelon though. I think the story got dragged out too much for its own good, in that like some of the main storyline missions felt like maybe they could have been side missions, not required, and that they weren't like, they didn't feel core to the experience. And that they could have narrowed it down to some, like, really make it so that every mission in the main storyline is a really good mission, and leave the ones that are like, they're decent missions but they're not gonna be great, make those side quests. And if you've got things that are so important to the storyline that they have to be part of the main mission, find a way to make those quests great too. You know, you really want your main storyline to have the best of the best, and I feel like it didn't always, especially in the middle part. Stuff just got kind of lost in there, and it just kind of was spinning its wheels for a bit. And maybe part of it there is like, the main storyline pretty much took us across almost the whole world. Maybe it doesn't need to. You know, maybe you can narrow where your main storyline takes you. I think another problem with this is the cultist map. I don't think you're supposed to... As I was saying before, the video software so rudely froze on me. I was just saying how, like, the cultist part waters down the narrative of the main storyline, because I don't know, maybe it's just me, ADHD or whatever it is, like, oh, I see a cultist, I'm gonna go over there, instead of doing the main story. I think it would make a lot more sense if they didn't reveal this whole map all at once. That they reveal what you need to do for the, like, main story, and then once you finish the story, then you see the whole picture, and then you start chasing the cult. Because I have to say, it slowed down the progress of the story so much that it kind of lost its oomph. Maybe if I did the whole main storyline straight, you know, in a row, didn't do anything in between, maybe that would have been a lot better. I'll never know now. But yeah, I think it just got slowed down too much, the momentum of the main story. But you know, technically we're not done yet, right? And we're gonna have DLCs and whatever. We haven't gone to Atlantis. We haven't we're ready to upgrade the spear all the way, but and we're probably gonna finish this cult soon. We only have one left, and that's because of the way I did it, because I knew I was gonna want to do both of those in the end, and I thought it made logical sense to kill the cult as we did the story. I thought it made canonical sense as well. Now I'm not so sure. But you know, overall, again, really enjoyable experience. It's not like the game was bad. It was a lot of fun, and of course we're not done with it, but I think it's a fair, you know, I'm like 60 hours in. I think it's a fair time that I can reasonably assess how good the game was for me. You know, I didn't defog the whole thing or anything like that. I'm not gonna 100% this one just because there's so much. You know, so many locations, so many quests. There's gonna be a bunch of quests I don't do. I don't know if I'll do any of these. I don't know if I'll do a lot of them. And it's not because they're bad, it's just because there's just too many. There's other games I want to play. And we've got DLCs for this to play. Like, why would I mess with side quests when there's gonna be whole new main quests in the DLCs? You know? But that's just kind of how I'm feeling about the game. I never got to the first place in mercenaries either because I can never find this dude. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to find him. I've gone all over looking for him. Can't find him. So I think the mercenary system is shit. And not because I can't find the #1, just in general. I don't think it was a horrible idea at a very baseline value. I just think a lot of the ways that they implemented it were bad. Oh, I was going to sleep one night and I was thinking about the mercenary system, and what I thought was I wanted it to be more Nemesis-like, where it's like you get long-standing relationships. But I was like, well, how do you do that? Because the only way to have that happen would be if they beat you, you don't die. Because if you die, you reload your last save. So they can't have a long-lasting relationship that way. And if you beat them, well, you just kill them. So I was thinking, well, what if, like, when they kill you, they don't kill you? When they beat you, instead, they're like, hey, I'm gonna take, like, 2 times as much drachmi from you as your bounty was. You know, they take that shit off of you. So then there becomes an incentive where it's like, okay, if I'm getting followed by people that are stronger than me, maybe I want to pay off that bounty rather than have to fight them, because they might take more than the bounty would cost for me to pay. And then maybe when they beat you, you know, maybe they get stronger. That could be a vicious cycle, but you know, they get unique perks. And maybe like Shadows of Mordor, maybe sometimes when you beat one of them, rather than just killing them, you like injure them and they run away. You know, they get away from you. I think that makes the system really cool when they do stuff like that. But obviously in this game, it was either you kill them or reload your last save. Usually it ended up being just killing them, which is a shame because, again, you could have some unique relationships. Naval combat was sick. No complaints there. I thought naval combat was real nice. Yeah, I don't have much to complain about for naval combat. Gear, I thought they did a good job with gear. Maybe it's a little too micromanagey and efficiency building kind of stuff. I mean, I still had fun with it. I don't think it was bad, but it is a lot. A lot to look at. But I don't know. I kind of like the simplicity of like old style Assassin's Creed, where it's your sword and you upgrade everything else and eventually it's just good. But this does offer like a lot of flexibility. Kind of goes into their whole RPG style that they tried to turn the game into, which I guess is a good thing to talk about. Is just the, you know, a lot of people didn't like that this game felt a lot less assassin-y. I felt like I still made it somewhat assassin-y for me, you know? Every time I go in for an assassin kill, I go my assassin loadout, so I look all sneaky and, you know, I feel like an assassin. I would work on really trying to hide, and sometimes I have to admit, it didn't go well. Sometimes it felt like doing stealth wasn't possible. But there were also some moments where I did pull it off, and it felt really fucking cool. Maybe that's like a testament more to like level design. Well, in this sense, not level, but you know, like location design, making it so that there are avenues to stealth places. Like some of the forts, I would look at them and I would use the eagle, like, oh, are there any underground entrances or anything like that? And most of the locations didn't have any cool kind of entrance or, you know, way you could exploit a location. I would have liked, you know, exploding barrels to destroy a building and distract guards or something like that. Freeing prisoners to create a rebellion rather than them just running away as a distraction. You know, you got some of these things in Origins, and I felt like they took some away in this game. That could have been cool. You know, so there's definitely places for them to work on for the next game, and I hope they do. But overall, again, I'm very satisfied with the game. I wouldn't say like, oh, I didn't get my money's worth. I'd say I got that and more. To be fair, I got it on sale. I don't even remember how much, but no, I'd say this was a really fun game, and I don't regret playing it at all. So I think that's where we'll leave it. Obviously just for this episode, though. We'll resume with the DLCs and the rest of what we've got to do in the current state of things in the next one. So see ya.
Io non ti t'espam fixi